Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's see what the messages are. I will try to speak louder. I don't use a mic or anything. All that stuff's expensive, so we do it old school. But I'll do my best. 'Cause I know that the whatever ad that the YouTube puts out before is loud. It's like commercials. They're louder than the shows. So we'll see. Okay. All right. Let's see what the messages are. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter if you celebrate. All right. Let's see. I'll do one more. Okay. Let's see what the messages are. I love that the Sun card is coming up at the bottom. So really positive energy moving forward. We're moving into this Mercury retrograde cycle. It's stationary retrograde, which means imagine being in a car driving and then all of a sudden you have to slam on the brakes and then you have to reverse. That's what happens when it's right around the day it actually goes retrograde or direct. So there's like this jolt of energy. So you might see things breaking down, things getting a little bit messed up, but it's all meant to, be repaired. So it's positive. Sorry, I just stopped that sentence in the middle. I remember in, what was it? High school? Junior high? There was a girl who was mean, and she yelled at me for doing that. She was like, "Can't you ever finish a complete sentence?" Still remember it to this day. She wasn't a Pisces. Let's just say that. All right, so we have the Death card. So that is about death and transformation. It was junior high. We have the Five of Wands, the Magician. Oh, I like this. Okay. The energy is coming out. Let me leave it like this. I'm going to keep this like this. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. The energy definitely is shifting. Let's just say that. So there's a lot wanting to speak. All right, let's start here. We have the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant is the teacher. The Hierophant can be God. 333. The Hierophant can be like a religious leader, teacher, someone that has a high level of, wisdom, power, knowledge. The Hermit is someone who's in a cave, keeping them to themselves, like people search them. The Hierophant energy it's more public. Okay. So with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you went through a very hard test, I want to say. What is that called? Crisis of faith. Like things happen to you in your life that for many people would have meant that you gave up on belief in something greater than ourselves. I will be the first to admit that I went through that phase in my life quite young when I lost my father. So it took me a long time to realize that It wasn't the beliefs that I'd been taught. You know, okay, somewhere in there. All right, we'll unpack it. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So you've been waiting a long time to be where you are now. Or, you know, it took a while to get to where you are now. You had to work slowly and steadily and invest a lot of time, effort, energy, you know, money into finding your own stability on your own, okay? However you were raised, it doesn't matter, because you had to go out on your own and determine what was right for you, okay? So, wow, the Tower fell on top of the Death card. So there's a sudden ending, a sudden transformation. It could be literal. You know, people die all the time. And it's, you know, it's part of living. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a different form, okay? And with the Knight of Swords, it's, you know, I feel like really it's a mindset. You know, a way that you thought, a direction that you took yourself in your own mind. Yeah, there was a time in my life where I was, yikes. I could just torture myself with my own thoughts. Okay, so I feel like this part of you has ended. Either you got to the point where you just were too tired to be like that, like, how does that go? You were sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you're like, you know what? Let me just see what I can do and how you can change your own life, okay? So we have the Eight of Pentacles, definitely. This is beautiful. It's like you put in a lot of effort, a lot of work, and, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is here. So the Eight of Pentacles is that next step. It's like you just went step by step. And it wasn't big leaps. It was little tiny centimeters. Right? And maybe one day, you know, there were days where you stood still. But hey, you didn't go back. Or maybe you went back a little bit. But not that bad. Okay? Give yourself a break. It's hard. Okay? It is really hard. So we have the Moon here. We also have the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So Pisces, there's some really beautiful energy that you know is there. But it's almost like feeling it's too good to be true. Like, really? Is this really happening to me? Is this really that good? You know, considering the past, it's like, oh no, this can't be. When is it going to get crappy? You know, when is it going to get hard? Well, it's showing here that it's not going to. You know, yeah, there's going to be little blips, but it's not going to be these big old towers. Okay? And it's because you've changed your thought process. It's like you just can't even fathom it. So it doesn't even come into your reality. It's, you know, your thoughts manifest. So if your thoughts don't even go into a dark place, they can't manifest. If you keep your thoughts very light and positive, you know, and in a position of problem solving, that's how your life will be. Oh, something came up? Okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to figure this out? It's all the Mission Impossible movies with Tom Cruise. I love you, Tom Cruise. If you ever want to take me out on a date, I'll gladly go. Just to talk. See what goes on in that gentleman's mind. Fascinating. I love people, so it's so interesting, right? Anyway, let's see, what else do we have here? We have the Three of Pentacles. Blah. Again, that's about doing work. And, this is mastery. Okay. This is saying, all right, I'm going to dedicate 10,000 hours to become a master at something. And guess what you've become a master of? This is the Nine of Wands. This is about being a wounded warrior. This is about fighting the fight. Not only for yourself, which you've done very successfully, but it's like there's others here, look. Right next to you fighting, alongside you. Like that's our little collective community here. I love this channel. It's tiny, but it's so supportive, so loving. So we're all here fighting the fight together. And, we're all mastering our different skill sets. And it's a beautiful thing. So we have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So this talks to me about progress. You're just 11:11. Yes. You're, in line with the universe, paying attention to the signs, acting on them. It's almost like you find yourself saying things and you're like, whoa, that totally wasn't me. But you're going with it because it's like you are the voice of the universe and you're allowing, the divine or angels or however it needs, the framing is to speak through you. You are like this earth angel. People wonder about you. They ask their friends about this when you're not around. Like, you know what, that Pisces, there is something about that Pisces. They've got to be divine in some way. Those are the conversations that happen behind your back. It's not like, ooh, blah, blah. No. People that are really on your wavelength or just awe-inspired of you, that's what they're wondering. They're like, how does Pisces live this life? Okay, so the Ace is that spark. The Two is that choice. The Three of Wands is, progressing towards the future. Okay. And, all of this, let's use the word magic or manipulation or, chaos that's being sent to you from somewhere. Remember, light and dark, it all has to coexist. So we don't even need to know where it comes from. It's just out there. It's part of being on this planet, okay? There's nighttime, there's daytime. There's good, there's not good. You know what I mean? So we just accept it. Okay, yeah, things are going to happen. People are going to think things. People are going to say things. There are people out there that their whole goal in life is to throw monkey wrenches into situations. So we accept that, okay? And know that it's, we're going against the grain most of the time. And there's a lot of foxes around, and I know foxes have a bad rap, but they're sly. You wouldn't want a fox in your chicken coop, right? But gosh, they're beautiful. And they have such a funny little chitter, if that's the right terminology. The way they talk, it's really cute. Anyway, it's like you do go against the grain. You don't go along with what everyone else does. And that's what makes your life wonderful. 1408. You're able to manifest and just create this amazing existence. You probably take photos all the time where that little green orb shows up. Because you have this glimmer. Okay, and that's because you are divine. So let's see here. Oh, we have the Emperor. All right, Aries energy. What else? 10 of Pentacles. Someone who has means. Someone who is established. And we have the 8 of Cups. Oh, you might be taking your ball and going your own way. You don't want to play with them anymore. You have the High Priestess and the World. Ooh. This is something you know. It's not emotionally fulfilling. There's something missing. Everything else might seem great. Yeah, they've got money. They've got position. They have age. They have wisdom, let's say, even. But there's something missing that you need to go seek. So let's see what this is. Because now that I'm feeling it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're telling them to get away from you, you hate them, you never want to see them again. It's not that. It's almost like you just need to go on a little journey and then come back. And they need to experience life without you for a little bit. Almost like they've just gotten used to you being there. Not that they're taking advantage of you or even taking you for granted. It's just when you leave and all the magic leaves with you, it's palpable. People feel it. So it's healthy. Ooh, I had a pain in my back. Okay. You might just need to rest, Pisces. Because Aries, that can be a lot of energy. Especially if they're going through difficult things. And, as sensitive as you are, you feel it. So you're like, ooh, I'm tired. Okay. So let's see what this Eight of Cups is. Let's use this deck. What's this Eight of Cups in relation to this Aries, please? Okay, Seven of Cups. All right, let's get another. Nine of Swords. All right, so, okay, hold on. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, let me just show you this. So, we're going to talk about something. It comes up and it's weird. So all of these cards fell on top of the Tower, the Death card, and the Knight of Swords. These are people, energy, influence that are meddling in your energy. This is... I'm getting mad right now. I don't like this. So excuse me. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Wands. They are facing judgment because what they have done is tried to influence you to walk away from this Aries, this Emperor. They may not be an Aries, but they've got Emperor qualities. Divine masculine energy. So this is someone who is dynamic, goes after what they want. So they're trying to make you, Pisces, leave out of confusion and anxiety. And you've been feeling this. We've talked about this. It could even be something that you're working towards with the Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a dream of yours that you've been working on for a long time. The Ten of Pentacles is a long time. 10 years, think of it like that. Any success story is 10 years in the making. So these rotten energies want you to abandon all of this work that you've done because they're going to bring you other options, other choices, confusion, anxiety, like, am I doing the right thing? To where it turns into overanalysis paralysis, and then you just implode and you do nothing and you're back at square one. That's what they've been trying to do this whole time. Let's even say they've been manipulating your energy for 10 years. But that's over now. Remember, because the death card was here, saying that it was over. Remember the Hierophant? So this is like, let's just say it, God, angels, the divine, stepping in and saying, nope, I'm not going to allow this. I've seen how Pisces has just been so steady and worked so hard to get to the place where they are now, even with all of this interference. So now all of this energy is being judged. All right? Now, at some point in our life, or at the end of our life, we all face some kind of judgment. We judge ourselves all the time. So the key is, Pisces, you know this, just be a good person. Do your best. And that's all the divine asks of us. To do our best, regardless of any situation, to be loving when it's really hard to be. You know, that is that divine quality that is innate in you, Pisces. So if you're feeling some anxiety, if you're feeling confusion, know that that's not you, 2211. That's that influence being sent to you. And that's the key. When you know, 2222, that it is being done to you, it has zero power. Okay? And I mean, you can send it back. You can keep yourself surrounded by, a golden mirror egg. You can surround yourself in a white light or a love bubble. However you need to do it. Have that visualization. But know that the divine, Archangel Michael even, any of the divinities out there that speak to you, Ganesha, right? The white Tara, my favorite. However that works for you, they are handling this for you. Your ancestors even. Hey, Dad, handle these people. Or this energy. Make yourself invisible to this energy. And how you do that is just keep being a good person. And not letting these feelings, you're like, no, this is not mine. This is not my thinking. This is not my feeling. Get away. Because that's what they want. They want you to abandon this good thing that you've worked really hard for a long time. They want you to abandon it. But you're not going to do that. Because look, Page of Swords, they're watching. Ugh, gross. Yucky. Okay. So now what? Ten of Cups. So be happy. Be ecstatic. Divine love, harmony, bliss, family, alignment, happiness, fulfillment, belonging, support. And at the bottom is death. Death and transformation. The end. This is an ending of any kind of lie, sneakiness, any kind of upheaval, shocking, anything that's drama, any betrayal, that is over for you. No more juggling. No more feeling like burdened and heavy and ugh. The universe is giving you everything you've ever wanted because you deserve it. Because after all of this that you've been through, you are still so beautiful and so kind on a heart and soul level that it shines out of you, or people even get blinded by you and your beauty. So no matter what you look like physically, people feel it. All right, Pisces. So keep doing what you're doing. Any obsessive thinking, all that, just acknowledge it. Look in your life where it's come from. Accept circumstances. Change things if you can. But I feel like a lot of this comes from the past, which cannot be changed. The only thing that can be changed about our past is how we view it. So know that when you do that, you're creating, you're allowing the universe to step in for you and fight on your behalf. And know that you have, even legions of other warriors all around you. Even if you feel like you're on your own, you're not. We're all here doing the same thing in our own lives. So, beautiful reading. Beautiful reading. So, let me pull one of these. I haven't pulled one of these in a while. Shaman Oracle. Let's see. Just for a last little piece of advice. I love that. So number 8, the circle. 8s have been coming up a lot. 88 specifically. So what we have here is number 7, the child. We have number 37, the moon. And then we have number 9, completion. So what this is telling me, this is Pisces energy all day long. Page of Cups, right? Very innocent, but not naive. It's just light, levitating, sparkly, like your feet don't actually touch the ground. But we have this eclipse coming up. Solar eclipse, and also a new moon, April 8th. Remember the 8? All right. So all of these loose ends will be tied up then. So keep persevering through that. It's only 8 days from now, depending on when you see this. Wow. So you'll be okay. And the circle, that's like that wheel of fortune, right? What goes up must come down. So you're going to be in a really beautiful place to receive abundance. Okay, so I'm going to read completion because I just opened it to it. So here we go. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. You have finished a cycle, and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it is time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. The medicine. Clinging to the old form will bring only decay. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it is time to move on, yet are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember that you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday, who shines brightly, neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. 3101. All right, Pisces, so you're in a beautiful place. So keep going. We are so proud of you. Okay? All right. I love you. See you soon.